Guys, since episodes 2 and 3 are just part 1 and part 2 of the Hector Ayala story, and they close each other out, I'm going to put both of these episodes into this review. I'll probably end up doing the same thing for episodes 6 and 7, since that kind of starts and closes out the Muse arc of this season. Now, episodes 2 and 3 are pretty simple. We meet Hector Ayala, who we later find out is the White Tiger vigilante. He was established as a vigilante in episode 1, and you see him in a little videotape. And we first see him, he's on his way home trying to stop a mugging, and this leads to one of the muggers tripping and getting hit by a train because they were down in the subway area. But then, after the witness runs away and the guy is dead, it's revealed that the muggers were actually cops. Now, while Matt's dealing with another client, he hears the police beating on Hector, so he decides to take Hector's case after he uses his powers to find out that Hector is telling the truth and didn't murder anyone. And it's more or less just Matt trying to find out where the star witness is. Not a ton happens in this. We get to see a bit of Wilson trying to operate as mayor, and there's this I think the character's kind of annoying, but I could see he has potential. He's kind of like just a huge suck up to Fisk, and I could kind of see like a Victor and Oswald relationship like in The Penguin. But right now he's just kind of annoying me, but he's not offensive right now. So we get to the end of the episode and Matt finds the witness. We also find out that 2 cops, one of the guys that arrested Hector, are going to kill the witness. And we get this really nice fight scene at the end where Matt gets the guy out of there and just waits there and tries to get the cops to leave, and the cops are beating on him. And once they pull a gun on Matt, we get this excellent, brutal fight scene. I don't think there was any CGI involved in it, unlike the fight with Bullseye. And the choreography was excellent. It was a great way to cap off the episode, with Matt just letting out just a primal scream. And it's the first time that he's, quote-unquote, let the devil out in over a year. Now, we also get hints throughout episode 2 that there is a group of corrupt cops, because we constantly see Punisher-type logo tattoos on these cops. Episode 3 just kicks off with the trial. Now, the trial, surprisingly, I thought that Hector was going to be found guilty of at least manslaughter, because I think that he actually might have been guilty of that. But the trial ends up ending with Hector being found not guilty on all crimes, and the entire trial was basically the star witness chickens out, quits, so Matt is forced to reveal to everyone that Hector was the White Tiger, and we get to hear about all the people that he saved, and he's not a violent person, and he's a good husband, just trying to do the best he can. Now, the episode does end on a pretty big cliffhanger, where Hector, after being found not guilty, first thing he does is suit up as the White Tiger, go out on patrol, and minutes into patrol, hears someone screaming, walks over, and just gets shot and executed. And as the murderer walks away, it zooms in on his chest, and we see a Punisher logo. Now, this is 100% not Frank Castle. We know he's in the show, but it's not someone that he'd even be interested in going after. Hector didn't really commit any crimes, so that wouldn't be a Frank Castle thing. I'm very sure that it is a corrupt cop, although I don't think we've seen in the show who it actually is. And it's also heavily implied that Wilson Fisk is working with the corrupt cops in this episode, and that he ordered the execution of Hector. Fisk has run his whole mayoral campaign on no vigilantes, and after Hector's trial didn't go his way, Fisk just had him killed, and it's implied through his conversation with BB Urich, and we get little segments of her journalism through videos of her talking with citizens, and she's been interviewing Wilson Fisk. And I think that they're just going to kind of have her have Ben Urich's role, since they killed off Ben Urich in season 1 of the original show. I don't hate her character. I think her video segments don't do what they need to do for the show, but once again, they're inoffensive. And also throughout these 2 episodes, Matt begins dating Heather. She's a psychiatrist, and the relationship isn't very interesting, but what makes her a potentially interesting character is that Wilson and Vanessa are going through couples therapy since Wilson disappeared and Vanessa ended up having an affair in that time, and they're just struggling, and Heather is their therapist. So potentially a interesting character, but so far we haven't gotten anything too interesting from her. She's just Matt's love interest right now. Overall, episodes 2 and 3 are both 6.5, 7 out of 10s. They're inoffensive. They're not bad. I don't think they're incredible, but they're leagues better than a lot of the Disney Plus slop. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy it, type down in the comments what I could be doing better. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.